Hey guys, I'm Jennifer. This is my kitchen, and today we're making apple pie oatmeal. Now, apple pie is one of my favorite things, and so I strive to eat it for every single meal. And so my solution for that is this apple pie oatmeal. It's this dreamy cinnamon oatmeal with vanilla extract, and we're gonna top it with some chopped apples that are just lathered in this brown sugar caramel sauce. Oh, it is so good. I absolutely love it. This is my favorite oatmeal to make, and I think you guys are gonna love it too, so let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna show you how to make is the oatmeal. For this oatmeal, you're going to need some quick cooking oats, brown sugar, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. You're going to need some milk, and you could also use half milk and half water, and you can use whatever variety you like. You can use cow's milk, almond milk, soy milk, whatever you have on hand. And you'll need a healthy splash of vanilla extract. To begin, we're going to pour our milk into our saucepan. We're going to bring this to a boil over medium heat. Once it starts to bubble around the edges, we're going to add our oats, our brown sugar, cinnamon, and salt. And we're going to cook this over medium heat, stirring occasionally for about 7 or 8 minutes. And if your oatmeal is bubbling a little bit too vigorously, you can turn down the heat to medium-low. Once your oatmeal is done, it should look something similar to this. Nice and thick and creamy. Now that our oatmeal is finished cooking, I'm going to add just a few drops of vanilla extract, and I like to add this while the heat is off. And I like to add the vanilla extract at the end because if you add it at the beginning, it tends to cook out as we cook the oatmeal. So mine is all done. I'm going to add a splash of milk to this. Now we're going to work on the apples. So for these apples, we're going to need a small Granny Smith apple, and I've just diced it up into small equal-sized cubes. You're also going to need a little bit of cornstarch, a tablespoon of butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, and one more splash of vanilla. The first thing we're going to do is melt our butter in a skillet over medium heat. Once our butter is melted, we're going to add our apples. And we're going to cook the apples over medium heat, stirring frequently until they're almost tender. Now, what you can do if your apples are getting golden brown too fast but aren't quite getting tender in the middle yet, you can either turn down the heat or you can cover it with a lid just for a minute or so, and this will help steam the apples, which will soften them. And I also like to turn down the heat when I steam them just to make sure they don't get too golden brown. The next thing we're going to do is make a cornstarch slurry, and this is just going to make our caramel sauce really thick and luscious. So I've got my cornstarch, and I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of cold water. Just going to give this a quick mix. And then we're going to add this to the mixture of our apples along with our brown sugar and cinnamon. Just going to mix this together. And we're just going to cook this on medium-low for just a minute or two, just to make sure we cook out the cornstarch. And if it's a little bit too thick, you can add a little extra water. And then at the end, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla. Now we're ready to plate. Now to plate up, I'm going to add a big scoop of my creamy oatmeal. And now we're going to add our rich, juicy, sauteed apples. And now we're ready to eat. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. Take a big bite. Lots of everything. So good. It's creamy and rich and comforting. All the recipe quantities, instructions, and substitutions are all on my website, engenskitchen.com, link down below. Hope you guys have a great day. Baby Nolan, I just did this with you a couple minutes ago. She probably hate me. Don't put your paw on my face. Try to eat me. Don't lick my nose.